Hey guys, Andy with the Grease Garage here. Today we have a quick video on how to convert your front struts on a 2008 Escalade over from active to passive shocks. I just want to show you how easy it is to do it yourself and save you a lot of money on the way. So I ended up getting these front struts on Amazon from Suncourt Industries for a little over 180 bucks, which was super cheap. And they also came with the resistor to install on the wires so it won't throw off your fault code in the car. I'll also be doing a review and give you my opinion on how these handle and if they are worth the purchase. So you want to start off by carefully taking this cap off to get to the lug nuts, and then you can loosen up the lug nuts before you jack it up. Alright, here we jack it up, then you put your jack stands underneath and make sure it's all secure, then proceed to take the lug nuts off. And we're just going to take the tire, put that to the side, and here you can see the strut that we're going to be replacing. You can see it's pretty easy to get to all the bolts that we need to remove to get it out. Alright, so the bottom two are right there. There's one and two that we need to get out on the bottom. And on the top, we've got one right there, and one right there that has a cover on it. We just have to pull that off. That holds the wires in place right there. And then the wire for the active ride, you just have to push a tab in and pull that right out. You can see the tab right there. You push that in, pop that right off. Alright, so just pull this cap right off, and then you can see you can get to the bolt right there. It's really easy. Okay, so to remove the bottom nuts, you're going to need a 15mm socket. And just get down there and start loosening them up. Alright, so once we get these bolts loosened up and free, I'm going to move to the top of it. And we're going to be using a 18mm socket for the top. Loosen all three of these up. Okay, so once we get these loosened up, there we go, just fall through. And just fell through, so we're gonna reach from the bottom and push it through the top. Should come right out. There we go. Alright, you can see here how much shorter the old one is. It was just compressed all the way down. After installation, vehicle height may appear high.
I'm gonna pull over because then the vehicle will be cited for driving under the influence. Get it?
You're right.
Get it?
A little high.
Huh?
It's a little high.
But you're all weak, everybody.
I thought I'd throw that in there. My brother-in-law likes to tell jokes. But anyway, so you're just gonna push this through. You can reach, easy to reach your hand right in there and put the bolts or the nuts right on top, secure it so it can hold it in place. Alright, so now you can just tighten these nuts up on the top, and when you get those nice and snug, then you can move to the bottom and then get those bolts in place. Alright, so before you get the bottom strut in place, you want to loosen up this sway bar end link so you can get a little more wiggle room to get that strut in place. Alright, so once you get it loosened up enough, strut should pop right into place like that. And you just line it all up. I ended up using the old nuts and bolts because the ones that came with the strut were just really cheap. Didn't want to risk it. So here I'm lining it up. Alright, so once you do get it all tightened down, that's it for that side. You're all done. Same thing goes for the other side, same procedure, except it's a little different. It's harder to get to those 3 bolts on the top. So what I had to do is I took the inner fender well out, little cover, and I'll show you here in a second as I took it off. So right here you can see it's harder to get to those bolts. So right there I took the fender well out, and it's a lot easier to get to those bolts, but same procedure, 3 bolts on top, 2 on the bottom. So alright, that's it. That's all it takes to change those front struts. Again, I'll be posting a video soon on how to change those resistors so you don't see those fault codes, and also a video review of how these shocks handle. So if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe. If you have any questions, message in the comment section. Thanks for watching, everybody.